Hello. I'm Charles Garrett. Let's talk about gold. Mankind has been interested in gold since the very first prehistoric individual picked up a shiny nugget from a stream bed. Since then, man has continued in the quest for gold. My friend Roy Legel wrote this book, Gold Panning is Easy, because he wanted to tell the reader how easy and rewarding it is to pan for gold. In this video, our mutual friend Virgil Hutton demonstrates the techniques as described in this book. Certainly Virgil is no stranger to the mining, milling, and prospecting fraternities. He has spent a lifetime searching for gold in the United States, Canada, Alaska, and Mexico. He has worked with some of the largest mining and milling companies in the world, developing modern, up-to-date gold ore processing techniques. In this video, Virgil demonstrates how easy and rewarding it is to search for gold not only in the wet areas but also in dry desert areas. Let's go now to the great state of Arizona. Let's enjoy the warmth of the sun while we watch Virgil in his quest for gold.
Hi, my name is Virgil Hutton. Let's go prospecting. I think we got a bonanza over here. There's an old tertiary formation over here, and it's been cut by the present day stream. We find a bench. There might be some little nuggets waiting for us. Well, this is the place, and we ought to get some gold here. This is what they call false bedrock. It's a cemented gravel, and the erosion from the tertiary formation up above is consolidated behind these boulders. So we're going to dig right in here and see if we can't find our own bonanza. So let's go to work. Old tertiary channel, and current day erosion down and replenishes. This is what they call hard pan. It's a false bedrock. It's got a little bit of clay in it, and the gold that is eroded out of the tertiary deposit is coming down the stream, or this little aurora, and it comes down and it collects behind or around any obstruction, of which I'm going to clean around this big rock here and boulder because it's setting right on hard pan, and maybe we'll get a few colors. Now what we have, we just classified our material. Now this material came from the tertiary formation up above, eroded down here, and of course naturally the gold collects around any of the bigger rocks or boulders. And this is what they call hard pan. It's a hard pan bench. And so possibly we might have some good color here. So let's go pan it and see what we have, okay? The specific gravity of gold, it drops down to the lower end, and what you do is just keep twisting and turning and pumping and humping until you get the gold down to the bottom of the pan. Now, the purpose of bumping the pan, it works the same principle as the jig. Your heavier material is concentrated on the bottom, and actually the gold will bounce to the back, and it follows you. You can kick it. I've kicked nuggets plumb up to the back of the pan. Of course, I don't see any here, but possibly we might have some down below. But these 90-degree riffles on this pan is the best pan I ever saw in my life. It's best for wet or dry either. And it was engineered very well. Now the gold is staying right in the bottom. It might not look like it would, but it does. It's already concentrated on the bottom, and this jigging action keeps the gold to the back of the pan. When I get down real low here now, I'll use a little my own breath here to blow a little bit and kick it back. But the gold is sitting in the pan right now. It's sitting right here. Now's the time to separate the wheat from the chaff. If we've got any nuggets in there, we get down to the fine. The heavy material now is in the pan. A few little the heavier rocks that we had there. A few of them. If there's any gold, it'll set right here on the back side. So I kick it just like a jigging machine, and you blow the lighter material away. The Indians used to use blankets, and they just throw it up in the wind and whinny their gold out that way. I got the gold kicked back up here in the corner. I know I got some. You got some color. Well, we got some real nice color, and if we dig a little bit deeper and really get out on a hard pan, you'll see what I'm talking about. We'll take the rest of the concentrates and that we got through that we grizzled earlier, and take it down to some water and wash it out and see, because it's a lot faster and it's more proficient than the dry panning. There's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 nice colors. Nice ones. When we go down to the water, we'll clean up the rest of the material and see what we got out of it, but we've got a good prospect. Well, it's always a pleasure, you know, when you're in the desert to come across from a dry camp to a wet camp. In this case, we got plenty of water, and you always look for a good rock first to sit on. Now, we have some classified material that we previously classified up there where we got the good color in the wash. One thing I failed to show was the fact that the grizzly fits perfectly on this little pan for classification purposes, and it's a favorite of the women and children to use likewise. Of course, the scuba divers, they use it for cleaning up whenever they're cleaning up their sluice boxes. Now, because of the material size and what we have, I prefer to use the larger pan right now, and we'll go through a little wet panning procedure and see if we recover as much gold as we did out of the dry process, which I'm sure we will. It's faster. Yep, if I can sit down here properly. Now you got, as I said before, the 90-degree riffles in this pan is fantastic. This is one of the best pans that I have ever used in my life. I've used caribou, the old tin pans, and all the other type of riffles, whatever. And this is great. This is a great pan. Of course, in panning, you have to wet all your material, work the clay down, take out the big rocks. In this case, the material has already been classified once, and so we don't have the larger material in it we have to contend with. The old caribou pans, they'd take a number 2 shovel full of gravel, and when it was wet, it weighed approximately 20 pounds. And so you can see why a prospector always likes to get a rock to sit on, because you guys get dry-sore syndrome, you know, without panning, looking for color. Now, of course, most of you are familiar with a gold pan, and it's nothing more than gravity separation, of which gold, your irons, and your platinum group are the heavier metals, silver, and they'll concentrate. And that's all I'm doing is kicking the heavier metals to the bottom. And the riffles, of course, are innate, keep the heavy metals down, and the lighter material allows it to go outside. You have to put the jigging action that you get. Now, in the dry washing, of course, you saw the jigging action. In this case, in wet panning, it's not necessary, because you have the aid of the water to wash the material and help it set out. Of course, you can jig it too. That's the heavier material, that's the larger material, but it's lighter. All the heavies are at the bottom. And when you get down to the shorter strokes, always dip in and watch the water. When your black sand starts accumulating in your riffles, then that's when you have to start watching for your gold color. In this case, it's not showing yet. Your heavies will always stay on the bottom. You don't have to worry about it. This is truly one of the fastest gold pans I've ever used. I've used all kinds, even from a hubcap to a caribou, but the old caribous were a slick pan and didn't have any natural riffles. And these riffles in this pan are cut at 90 degrees, and it just makes it perfect, just like a regular sluice box. You don't have to worry about the gold getting away. That's why this pan is so fast. We got some gold in there, I'll bet, because that was pretty good material that we were playing with up there where we found it. And the dry pan it out and got color, so I know we're going to have some color in this pan. You can work it right on down. You don't have to worry about the gold getting away. Look at there, would you? We've got some good color in there. When you wash your rocks off, make sure you're not carrying any gold with them. We're going to pick this up again here. We got some good color there. You don't have to worry about it getting away, not over those riffles. If you work it just halfway decent. There's a rock there. It's not a nugget, but I see a nugget showing through that black sand already. That's beautiful. And you can work that. What's that light material? It'll work right away. And look at the gold. Look at the gold we got there. Now we have some real fine gold. Beautiful. I can take it down and clean it up to where there won't be anything but gold left in the pan with this type of gold pan. It's great. When you're a little bit afraid of losing your color, well, you might want to pick the gold out now, but I'm not worried. I know I can pan it down. It stays on the bottom. We'll get a good string here in a minute. I'm going to clean up some of the black sand and wash the lighter material away. That's why I use it on the side of the pan. I use the riffles when I'm panning fast. That keeps the gold from getting away, but here I can wash the black sands out. It'll work right out of the pan. You can work it right on down. And then if you get a little bit scared of losing your color, look at the gold, would you? Isn't that a beautiful set of colors? There's one nice nugget. That'd make any prospector happy. Anytime, any day of the week. I can put it in a little string, wash the black sands away, pick it down, keep concentrating. You can see it sets in the pan. Wash that black sand wash away. You just keep washing and washing and washing. You won't lose any color. You have an even motion there, a little jigging motion. Take it right on down. All the way. And if you want to get serious about it, you can kick it around like that. Kick your gold to one side, gold will hang on you. See the black sand wash out? Just work it out. Gold's so heavy it's chasing the black sand. You let the water come right into the edge of the pan. It'll come right up here to the lip. And you're dipping, see, and it'll just work that black sand right on out. Let it go in too high, of course, you're getting in your gold. Wash that black sand right out. Well, as you can see, I've just about cleaned up the pan with black sand and any other foreign material, and all we have left there is, I would say, a good pennyweight's worth of color. Beautiful. Beautiful. That's a rich pocket we got into up there, and we're definitely going back. You can see that. What a stringer.
Well, that was a lively demonstration. It's obvious Virgil has mastered the techniques of gold panning. When you go gold panning, I hope you'll take along the Gravity Trap Gold Panning Kit. This is the same kit that Virgil used